Why you are discussing me?
Tu me mon gars il n'a. Mon gars il est. Mon gars.
You don't know what's going on. So who is that guy? Who is that guy that you met? Which guy? Are you whining us? He's just a friend. And you're kissing his.
Oh my god.
That's so embarrassing for him.
Yeah.
What about me?
I'm just wondering why the ex was at the wedding.
Right?
I'm sorry, but what is the ex doing there? I'm confused. How do you kiss an ex on a wedding day? Why is your ex anywhere near you on your wedding day?
And it kinda takes two people to do that. Like, why of all days?
The ex wants to show up.
Couldn't you have at least gotten that out of your system the day before? Like,
Maybe when you were dating?
that's an idea.
So with my wedding, were you still coming? Because I was thinking maybe you shouldn't. But you cried today just because some lady had a baby is just a bit dramatic and lots of people don't know yet because apparently you aren't ready to tell people. I think if you don't tell people, you shouldn't come. Like, I'm trying to be as nice about this as I can, but everyone will be asking why you aren't pregnant and I don't want them distracted from making me feel special. So the person wrote back, okay, I need a minute to process what the F you just said to me. So let me get this straight. You don't want me at your wedding because the fact that my baby effing died might ruin your day. Yeah, that's a bad one. Like what? What? What the f?
It takes a special kind of person to do
Right.
something like that.
This person would not be in my life. Like, I wouldn't be at their wedding day and they just would not be in my life after this conversation.
That is selfishness at its finest.
That's terrible.
What?
That's terrible.
You are a horrible person.
Absolutely. Like, not even a good friend, but like not even a decent human.
Just no. Bad. Bad all around. Ooh, that looks delicious. Oh no. Hopefully there wasn't any dirt behind them. I hope that those were just fake plants that were just like in an indoor venue. Because if she just fell in dirt in a white dress, you can kiss that dress goodbye. Because there's no way of salvaging it at that point.
We weren't allowed to talk directly to the bride. Her mom and maid of honor were the only ones allowed to. What?
What's the point of going to the wedding then?
Tell the bride congratulations, even though I see her right there.
Going to that wedding would literally be like the same thing as going to watch a movie.
Yep.
Like, you can't talk to the actor.
That's the worst. And you're giving them an envelope of money or a gift.
You're buying a gift for someone you can't talk to. What?
That's crazy. That is the definition of entitled. So apparently they had to sign a contract vowing to these things. We wouldn't get any fake tans because no one was allowed to be more tan than she was. Also, no tan lines allowed. No false lashes. Her lashes had to be the longest. No teeth whitening done. Her smile was to shine the brightest. $400 bridesmaid dress and $100 shoes plus $250 rented jewelry we had to buy on our own despite the fact her family was loaded and I was so broke. That's, first of all, I'm not going out to anyone's wedding without a spray tan, I'll tell you that right now. I am not going to a wedding without a spray tan. You're crazy. That's crazy.
But what happens if you're already more tan than she is?
Or what if your teeth are just naturally more white? What are you gonna do? Not have me in your wedding? You crazy?
And the quota to meet for your dress and your
I couldn't
shoes
afford that life.
$250 worth of jewelry. What kind of metal detector are you trying to set off?
Literally.
That's a lot of jewelry.
Dilemma of the day, I'm a bridesmaid for a friend and she has asked the bridal party to all cut our hair to the same length. Fine, I can okay, the fact that fine I can do that is in there? Absolutely not. Get wrecked, buddy. And dye our hair too. I'm a blonde and she wants it to be dark brown and I really don't want to do that. Is it selfish to say no? Absolutely not. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Sorry. I'm busy that day. I have a cough. I can't come. Like, you're insane. Absolutely not. I'm not even gonna do my hair in the style that you want it to be done in. Sorry. Don't ask people to be your bridesmaids then. I don't know. This isn't like the Rockettes. You know?
Went to a wedding that was a dry wedding only. Okay, ew, that freaking sucks.
Nope.
She refused to let anyone bring alcohol and the wedding was in the middle of nowhere. The wedding was several hours before the reception. There was absolutely nothing to do. There was no entertainment, no food, no drinks. We had to wait 4 hours plus for them. Then the bridal party shows up and they had alcohol for themselves. Our entire group left.
As you should.
Bro, no food, no alcohol, no drinks, and no entertainment? What am I doing? Am I looking at the wall?
In the middle of nowhere. Like, I'm imagining like the desert or something.
Don't waste my time like that. Yeah, like let's just look at the clouds.
Yeah, what? I'm sorry. You waited 4 hours. Good on you for waiting that long.
I would have left.
I wouldn't have waited like 40 minutes.
Yeah, I'd be out. Don't waste my time. That's a
As soon as I
waste.
find out there's no food coming, I'm like, nah. I used to work at a jewelry store. This young guy, college age, came in one day looking for engagement rings. Very polite, asking good questions. You could tell he'd been considering this for some time. As I'm helping him and showing him some of the rings in his budget, she walks in wearing a t-shirt from the high school senior class from the previous year, and she comes over by him. Oh my god, were you seriously considering that ring?
Oh.
It's so ugly. Besides, it looks just like my last engagement ring. How I wish I could have told him to dump her, run for the hills, and don't look back.
Bro, she's in senior of high school and she's already been engaged before? What the heck?
What in the life choices?
Yeah, what is... There's a lot wrong with this
There's a lot
situation.
to unpack.
I hope he ran for the hills on his
sincerely
own.
hope so.
Be on your way. You have a long life ahead of you and you do not need her in it.
Wow. Entitled.
Forget her, man. You don't need her. You don't need that.
My closest cousin, the closest thing I have to a sibling, has officially confirmed I won't be her maid of honor because I'm too fat for a maid of honor role. Have to lose some weight before December or no maid of honor duties for me. I shan't be attending the wedding. What is with everybody on having a weight limit for their wedding? Is that not the weirdest thing you've ever heard? It's just so strange. I just feel like there's so many other things to worry about on a wedding day and like in planning a wedding. I don't even know how your mind goes there. It's just insane. Also, like, no. I love this person. Yeah, I shan't be attending the wedding. I love it. I wouldn't either.
Wedding band member here had a bride flip her-ish at me and my bandmates because our instruments weren't white or salmon colored to fit in with the decorations, and she was saying we would ruin the photographs even though I was playing during the reception and all the photos were already taken. A sunburst jazz bass, blue Stratocaster, and a red drum set aren't going to ruin your pictures, darling.
That's pathetic.
That's nitpicky.
If you hire a band, you'd be like, but it has to be white instruments, all white or salmon. I'd be like, okay, we'll find another band.
I mean, white you can find. Salmon? Very specific.
It's crazy. And it is not gonna ruin your pictures. No one's looking at the band. No offense to the band.
If you are in the picture, they're gonna look at you.
Absolutely. I once worked in a bakery and we had this bride freak out that her cake wasn't right and proceeded to smash it to bits with her fist. She smashed the wrong cake, like WTF. Anyways, the cops allowed her to wash her hands before placing her in handcuffs. I felt bad for the future husband and the couple that ordered that cake. People are cray-cray.
Oh my gosh, Bridezilla at her finest.
Yeah, people are cray-cray. Can you imagine being the person who made that cake for hours and being like, first of all, you smashed the wrong cake, so now they have to remake hers probably and the one they smashed. Rude. What a waste of cake. That pisses me
I feel
off.
like that wedding just did not happen. Like, you got arrested to get married.
I'm just more concerned about the waste of cake.
Well, that too.
That's rude. I would have eaten it.
Had a friend that got married to a girl that wanted an open relationship. This normally means we have stuff with other people while the other is not around. To her, this meant having another boyfriend move into the house.
Oh. We're like,
I don't think that's how that works.
I mean, yeah, like if he was on board with it, fine. But by the sounds of it, it's like she wanted that.
Yeah, I mean, great for the rent because you get to split it.
But at what cost, you know?
I think I'd rather live alone.
Right?
No one's allowed to wear heels because she didn't want anyone to tall her. No fake eyelashes again. Okay, no fake eyelashes. They had meetings twice a week for at least 3 hours each time, 6 months prior. Oh my god. Everyone in the bridal party had to recite the rundown schedule. Oh my god. Screamed to all the bridesmaids all day long behind the scenes of the wedding day. That sounds great. That sounds like a good time. The minute someone tells me 6 months prior that I have to be at these meetings, I'd be out.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
What are you having a meeting about? That's what I want to know.
That's crazy.
3 hours. For what? Oh, there's so much nitpickiness. Some people just really should not get married.
Yup.
Honestly, Oh, unimpressed. Absolutely unimpressed. But hey, you got a cool mug. So, I mean, is it really that bad? Probably in your noodle, probably. But like, it's nice. Yes, you just got bamboozled. And that, you know, probably isn't the greatest thing. But you got a mug. You can put tea in it. Or coffee. Or you can just drink water out of it. But they definitely got into a fight after that. I know that. I know that for a fact.
The moment when part of your bustle comes undone, and then you trip on it when busting a move.
Uh-oh, that's not good. That's embarrassing. But again, it could have been worse. It could have been worse. Also, what is a bustle? I don't know what a bustle is. Sounds weird. I'm going to assume that it's part of the dress or something, but like, I don't know dress anatomy. Hopefully your butt's okay. My brother's fiance went off on my mom in front of me and my sister when he was 45 minutes late to the rehearsal due to his best man's car tire blowing out. Where's your a-hole of a son? Dude should never showed up for the wedding. Not only a bridezilla, but a total utter sociopath. Her life is completely fabricated and her parents, who didn't show up for the wedding, called my mom to tell her the truth about it the day after. She had a rap sheet a mile long and a prison record, but my brother, who just wanted to believe that people can change, stuck it up for 7 years. Don't do that. Don't ever do that.
I mean, they said it best. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. Ever. 7 years? To stick out for 7 years is a long time. To like really just be trying to get through it, you know?
Just this statement alone had a lot of red flags. Yeah. So to think of all the red flags that you must have seen over that 7-year period.
Yeah, the prison record.
Still wanted to marry this person?
Set me over the edge there.
My God.
Desperate much?
Why do I feel like somebody's gonna fall? Oh, what the? Oh my God. I'm dead. That's actually really cute, not gonna lie. That's a really, I love the fact that that was caught on camera. That is very funny. See, that is the type of thing that I would love to see at a wedding. Like that funny little bamboozling, I don't know. I feel like that's really, really cool. I mean, the groom here was probably like, you know, anticipating seeing his bride in her dress and it's gonna be a big deal, and he turns around and sees this guy in the funky hat wearing a dress. But hey, it was funny and I like it. 10 out of 10 for that one.
So I asked my mom and my sister to proof this label for our welcome bags for our wedding. It didn't go as planned.
Yeah. That's kind of iconic though, not gonna lie. I mean, unfortunate, but also kind of legendary. Like, I would totally print that off and be like, here you go. Because everybody's gonna be like, that's not right, that's weird. But it's kind of cool.
So these two girls I know that have been friends for approximately 20 years are having, I acted out the little symbol there, are having their weddings on the same day, separate locations, and 2 different people, by the way. Okay. Bride A is having a surprise wedding and has invited all of her friends and family over for a late 30th birthday party where she and her beloved will tie the knot in their backyard. Invitation sent with RSVP. Bride B is having a super extravagant wedding of the century and sent out the invitations for the same day as their friend, Bride A, late 30th birthday party. And yes, Bride B is in the know and actually supposed to be a surprise bridesmaid in Bride A wedding. Obviously not happening. What? Why would Bride B do that? Also, a surprise wedding? I've never heard of that before. Would you be down?
Nope.
Would you be down for that? If I thought I was going for a 30th birthday party and it turns out to be a wedding, I'd feel terribly underdressed. I would wear very different things to those events. But like, why would Bride... I'm just gonna say it, I don't think they're friends anymore. That's like worse than like, she threw a party on the same day as my party. A wedding on the same day as my wedding. Not good.
Hilarious, intelligent, goofy, loving human. And now I know that everything worked out as it was meant to be.
I feel like that right there just set up what their marriage is gonna be. Like, if you are in the middle of reading your vows and you're like, are you listening to me? Like, I don't know what to say about your relationship there. Why are you not paying attention? That is the one time you are supposed to be paying attention. She's professing her love for you and you're like, ooh, wow, a bird. Like, no, pay attention. Oh. Try throwing that bouquet now. This is bursting into flames like you. This is why you don't have pyrotechnics at your wedding. Because things go wrong. And if you add fire, gunpowder, and whatever else to the situation, things are gonna go south. Things are gonna go so left that they're gonna come right back around, do a 360 and keep going left.
After the ceremony was over, the bride informed us that in order to save money, the wedding party wouldn't be served a meal along with the rest of the guests. She said, you already had the privilege of being in my wedding. What more can you ask for? Dinner? Please? What the heck? I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go. If there's not gonna be food, I will not be there. I'm apparently the Bridezilla. I'm like, oh my god, she said this, there's no food. God, get a better wedding. Yeah, that's actually wild though. I don't know. I get that it's expensive, but like, it didn't feel like a privilege to be in your wedding, you know what I mean? Maybe they like, I don't even know. I don't even know, you guys. Yeah, I don't like it.
Oh no. That is a face of like, oh, I'm going down. I love how that was caught on camera though. Like the still frame and everything. Like this was the moment she knew she effed up. Like, I mean, at least we missed the impact because I feel like that would have been quite tragic.
Right here, look at my veil.
Oop.
Right there, my dad's coming into the rescue, but little does he know how to place one on the head. He placed it on like a tortilla. Who's gonna come in and help me? No? Wait for it, wait for it. Comes in. My dad's like, oh, I messed up.
Hey, but at least he tried. He saw his girl in trouble and he tried his best. Alright, but I do like how she said that he placed it on her head like a tortilla. That's great.
I once worked in a bakery and we had this bride freak out that her cake wasn't right and proceeded to smash it to bits with her fist. She smashed the wrong cake, like WTF. Anyways, the cops allowed her to wash her hands before placing her in handcuffs. I felt bad for the future husband and the couple that ordered said cake. People are cray cray. That is absolutely wild. Imagine throwing a temper tantrum like you're an absolute child. You shouldn't be getting married, you should be getting placed in timeout with that attitude. I don't know, I just yelled at you guys, you didn't do anything. Wedding band member here. Oh man, I bet they have the craziest stories. I never even thought about that before. Had a bride flip her shit at me and my bandmates because our instruments weren't white or salmon colored to fit in with the decorations, and she was saying we would ruin the photographs, even though I was playing during the reception and all the photos were already taken. A sunburst jazz bass, a blue Stratocaster, and a red drum set aren't going to ruin your pictures, darling. That's so true. What the hell? What the heck? I said hell. Can I say hell here? I don't even know. What the heck? That's ridiculous. Also, like, are you gonna pay them to get new white and salmon colored instruments? Like, do you know how much an instrument costs? That's absolutely insane. White and salmon. Imagine like getting mad at someone because something's not salmon colored. Like, it's just so specific, so pretentious. I hate it. Am I the for not giving my cousin Mike a +1 to my wedding because his girlfriend smells like eggs? What the Well, Mike just found out he's the only close family member not getting a +1. When he pressed me on the issue, I told him that she smelled. He yelled at me and called me some unpleasant things before saying if she wasn't coming, then neither was he. Yeah, I like do think that that's the move, like, cause she smells like eggs? I don't know, man. Why does she smell like eggs, first of all? But like, I don't think you should not invite somebody because they smell like eggs. And also, I understand why Mike was like a little annoyed by that, especially if he's the only close family member not getting a +1. Like, she's clearly being singled out and she probably wants to know. Also, I like don't blame people who, if they're going to a wedding and then they don't get a +1, like that's okay also. You don't have to give anybody a +1, like you don't want a bunch of randoms at your wedding, that's totally fine. But I also don't blame somebody if they don't get a +1 for not going because their spouse isn't invited. Like, I also don't blame that. I can see both sides on that issue. The bride had a complete emotional breakdown because the purple monogrammed napkins she ordered were a little too blue-ish. She also spent the last half of her bachelorette party crying and complaining that not enough people were there. Maybe it's because you have a complete emotional breakdown over the monogram being a little too bluish. What? Imagine a real issue. You know? Imagine something bad happening. Thank God it didn't. Let's all be grateful. We're hanging out. We have the money to get monogrammed napkins. What's that about? That seems like an unnecessary cost, probably, right? Last weekend, a bride strides into a gorgeous rented chapel 4 hours early while 30 people are praying in her super short makeup robe, freaks out because one table was not set up at the moment, picks up a chair in front of everyone and throws it in a trash can. Yup. Wow, that's insane. That's insane. That's 30 people are praying? Yikes. Yikes. You can't interrupt somebody's prayer. That's pretty rude. And God probably takes note of that, you know? I don't know.
I was a maid of honor and her best friend and roommate, but since I'm ugly, she wouldn't let me be in any pictures.
Excuse me? Who decides if you're ugly?
What?
What do you mean? That's crazy. You were maid of honor too. Maid of honor. And it's like, too ugly. Excuse me?
But how do you have to like choose this person to be your maid of honor?
That's
so
just
how do you
insane.
choose this person and then decide, but you can't be in any of the pictures? What?
Put a bag on your face.
You can be my maid of honor. I feel like my sisters would be very bothered by that. But that's okay.
I'm getting married in 37 days. I spent 15 months planning, I've spent thousands of dollars, I've been working out, budgeting, dodging family politics, landmines, chased RSVPs, tried my hand and at both electrical and woodwork, personalized gifts, answered a million emails, and drank lots of wine in the bathtub, so I felt justified in reminding my guests that. I don't care if you miss my wedding because of coronavirus paranoia. You are indebted to me. That's weird. That's super weird. Coronavirus. Coronavirus? What the heck is coronavirus? Oh no. Yeah. Well, great. I'm glad that this was a mutual decision then. I don't know, like what the heck? With the clapping emojis too? Get the heck out of here. We don't need this kind of negativity. People are dying, Karen. Additionally, wow, I can't even, we're starting with additionally? I'm nervous. Additionally, we will require that you wear formal attire after the dancing has ended. Please bring a change of clothing. Remember, the venue is extremely upscale and we want to be looking our absolute best, ladies and gents, please. Ladies and gents, blank, please. If you look like trash, so will we. All jokes aside, we want you to invest in an outfit valued at least $1,000. This includes jewelry, accessories, makeup, and hair. Remember, ladies and gents, this wedding is 24 karat themed for a reason. You have a year and a half to get working. No excuses. Mwah. Imagine the audacity. Valued at least $1,000. Okay, well, that's great. I'll be sure to send you the invoice. Like, are you insane? What? No, absolutely not. I'd be like, sorry, I'm un-RSVPing. You have a year and a half to find someone else to fill my seat. Goodbye. Okay, listen, weddings can be really fun, but they can also be really boring, and if you're already acting like this, I am not ready to take that risk. Okay? I'm not. I don't want to waste my day. I don't want to waste my time and my money if you're gonna be rude. I'll be there to celebrate your love if you're gonna be nice about it. Oh, that's so funny. Thank God, at least I have like family. No one's gonna invite me to their wedding now, but my brothers have to.
Oh, she looks pretty. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Again with the fire. Stop it out. Oh my God. Oh boy. Again, guys, leave the fire out of the wedding. Like, if you really needed candles, why couldn't you just get the battery operated ones? A lot of people don't know how to handle fire or how to control a fire. So maybe, you know, when you have a room full of people, close family and friends, and you're having a wonderful ceremony, you should leave the dangerous things out.
My mom was the bride, she didn't have bridesmaids, but I, her daughter, was gonna walk her down the aisle. I've had purple or blue hair for quite some time, and I checked almost a year in advance with my mom that it would be okay for my hair to be blue for the wedding. Checked again every few months, every time I was told to stop insinuating that she was a Bridezilla. Of course my hair was fine. 2 weeks before the wedding, my own mother threatened to disinvite me from the wedding if I didn't fix my hair. So I went and got it done, came home, and my mother told me I was shallow for changing my hair to keep up appearances. Sigh, getting it re-dyed back to blonde cost me over $300. If my mom was gonna uninvite me to her wedding, I would say, good luck out there. Hope it works out. But like seriously, I'm not changing my hair for anybody except for me. I really don't care. Or unless you're gonna pay me to do it. Are you gonna pay me money on top of what it costs? Then maybe we can talk, okay? A friend of mine in college was getting married at 19 because she was super conservative Christian and she wanted to have sex. Alright. Between the that alright wasn't like I agree with that, it was just that was a bold statement, alright? Between the time I agreed to be a bridesmaid and a couple of months before the wedding, I lost some weight. She got super pissed at me because she wanted to be the skinny one on the stage and threw me out of the wedding party. Oh well, yeah, oh well. There'll be another one. No, there's definitely people who can get married young and, you know, they make it work, and mad respect to those people. Also, mad respect to people who get out of relationships they don't want to be in. Listen, at the end of the day, who cares? Live your best life, be happy, and yeah, if you're like taking care of yourself, feeling good, don't let anybody be rude. I had a friend that threw a temper tantrum complete with screaming and foot stomping because her grandmother had the audacity to die a few hours before her wedding. She said it would throw off the seating arrangements because now there would be a big empty space. That's so sad. I'm gonna go ahead and say that this was somebody who was just grieving in a way that maybe some of us assume we wouldn't grieve in or haven't grieved in, because, you know, things like this do crazy things to people. Okay, so we're gonna give this person the benefit of the doubt and just say that it had something to do with that, okay? Throwaway, throw yellow. Okay. I'm a wedding photographer and I see this all the time. Guests are forced to be in the blaring sun with no water or beverages. Brides don't think about the guests' experience. Usually by the time it's all said and done, the guests are often done after the ceremony and peace out after the meal. Honestly though, that's like kind of not surprising. I like get it because like obviously the bride and groom are like the focus, but at the same time, like I feel like my goal, if I was to have like a big wedding with like lots of people and stuff, would be for everyone to leave being like, that was a great wedding. Because like weddings can be so fun, but they can also be the absolute worst. Oh, just in the sun, no beverages. That's all I want is beverages. At a wedding, all the beverages. I've officially dropped out of the bridal party. I'm a size 12 with no plans on dropping to a size 8 by December. Just a few things to ask. I handpicked all the dresses and bridesmaids that will be there and they will all be a size 8. So if you're not a size 8, I recommend hitting the gym, no offense. What the hell? That's so weird. That's the weirdest thing. I also would drop out of the bridal party. Like regardless, even if I was like, what if somebody's like a size 6 or a size 4?
Sorry, we only carry sizes 1, 3, and 5.
Now they gotta wear a dress that's too big too? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
What reality you live in?
Not everyone is just the same size. That's weird. That's weird behavior. That's just weird. Like, why? 8 is so random too. I don't know, man. I don't even know what to say on this one. I would drop out too, just because that's a weird rule. I'd be like, who am I supporting here? My cousin married a vapid idiot. The night before the wedding at the rehearsal, she figured out the flower girl had the same shoes as her in a much smaller size. She flipped her shit at 9 p.m. and made the mother of the flower girl buy different shoes for her before the ceremony. That's what happens when you buy your shoes from Payless. Not much of a selection in white. Yo, I just like wouldn't take, like my daughter wouldn't be at the wedding anymore, you know? I'd be like, no, you're insane. What the hell? Take that as an opportunity to be like, look, we have the same shoes on. How great does it feel when you make a kid feel like cool and excited? Like what? I just don't understand why people get married when they don't want to like share the day with other people. I'm like, then just like go to the courthouse, just you, your husband to be, and call it a day. If you don't want other people to be there, because you can't control what other people do. I don't know. Just don't get married if you're so upset about everything. I don't know. Us, the bridesmaids, did everything from dragging 250 chairs and setting them up, to hauling furniture down 2 flights of stairs, positioning it in other places. During the wedding, I learned that the bride and groom were trying to avoid all of the setup. Toward the end of the party, almost everyone had left, and I realized that 2 of the groomsmen were so drunk that they were going to be useless, and it would again be on the bridesmaids to clean up and put all the furniture back up the stairs. I went to tell the bride goodbye. Yeah, I can imagine. Like, I do get it as like the bridal party and stuff like that, and also like the groomsmen and all of that, like they should help with the setup and the well, I mean, should I use lightly, but like, you know, it makes sense that the bridal party helps, but like wouldn't also, I'm so hands-on, like I would be the one who's like there making sure everything's how I want it to be. I'm not leaving things up to anyone else. I would be stressed. I would be so stressed. I want to be involved. What if I show up and the furniture isn't where I want it to be? You know? I don't know, maybe that's just me, but that is kind of rude. I'm talking 5 solid hours of crafting for the bride's decorations at her house that should have been completed months ago. The bride was also super drunk and wasn't even being gracious about it. She was literally calling us dumb bleep. I never spoke to her again after I left her wedding. Yeah, I can imagine. If, like, weddings suck. Like, well, weddings don't suck. The preparation for weddings suck. It's a lot of work, so many little dainty things to do, like, you know, it's a lot of work regardless. Even if you have a ton of money and can just buy everything, it still can be a lot of work. Just like harassing your bridesmaids while they're helping you though, and insulting them and calling them rude things, just seems unhinged. Like, there's no like, oh, she was stressed, that can like cover this behavior, you know?
Alright, so I'm getting married in this tent, which overlooks the beautiful golf course, except we're about to see it. Look what they f***ing did.
Oh, what did they do?
They put another tent directly blocking the entire view. And they won't tell us what it's for or when it's coming down. I don't even know what to say.
So you're telling me you don't want to see a tent when you're getting married? Because tents can be nice. But why does it matter what the view is? People are there to see you, not the view. Like, yeah, for pictures you want to have a nice background, but it's just a tent.
Am I the for telling the bride that it is too expensive for her bridal party to spend $2,000 to $5,000 for a bachelorette plus her costs plus pay for other bridal events? No, you're not. That's insane. That's insane. I totally get, like, some people like to go lavish for their like parties and all of that stuff, which is, you know, fine. But I feel like if you want to spend thousands of dollars on a party, you also shouldn't expect anyone else to pay for your own costs. And like, you should keep it to just the one event. And you also shouldn't be upset when people can't afford to spend that much money. Like, that's an insane amount of money for one party. And some people can, which is fine, and they should do that. And other people can't, which is also fine, and they should not do that. The groom sent every guest a mail asking who needed babysitter at the wedding for the night. I answered that we would not need, as we will have to put our 3 children to bed at 10 or 11 p.m. He texted me angrily that it was not acceptable not to stay at least until 1 a.m. and that he would prefer me not to come rather than us leaving the dinner early. First of all, who's eating dinner till 1 a.m.? Like, no way, Jose, I'll be hungry long before then. I told him that we wouldn't come if he preferred, and he immediately canceled my room booking. What a psychopath. That's just so weird. Ew, that's so weird. Also, yeah, sorry, I don't want a stranger that you've organized looking after my children. Thanks, but no thanks. Also weird, just weird. What if I don't want to stay till 1? Now I'm suddenly a bad friend because I'm leaving at 10 or 11? No. Thank God he canceled your room booking because he also canceled that friendship.
I was at the wedding of an ex-boyfriend several years ago, and he had planned and practiced singing, I think, a Frank Sinatra song to his new wife. He went up and took the mic and, with the band backing him up, began singing the song. Cute. His new wife suddenly stomped across the dance floor and up on the stage, grabbed the mic from him and said, "I hate that effing song and I don't want to hear it." They were divorced about a year later.
Why they weren't divorced about a minute later, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised by the outcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
Like, even if it wasn't your favorite song, let it happen. Enjoy, yeah. Appreciate the effort and how sweet that is, and then in your head be like, I hate this effing song. Who cares?
Man, ungrateful, honestly.
Honestly, I'll marry these men for you. Rude. Just all of them. I'll be a great wife to all of you.
My friend is having her wedding this fall, but she can't afford it, so she is trying to get her friends to work for free. After a month of begging and repeated texts, I give up and quote her that the cake she wants will be $400. I was getting her a $100 gift for her wedding, so if she doesn't want the gift, I'll charge her $300. She got upset, saying she can't afford it and she's only willing to pay $100 for it. I lost my temper and told her she doesn't deserve a nice wedding if she can't pay people what they're worth, and hung up. I mean, it's true. I have sympathy, you know, for not being able to afford all of the things that you want. I can understand that, you know, that's not the best situation to be in, but also your misfortune doesn't have to be everyone else's misfortune as well. You know, there are other ways around it. You can also just postpone your wedding and save up. You could just not have this big fancy wedding at all.
I'll never consider that.
There are just other options other than being a bad friend, but maybe that's just me and my opinions.
I look like a dad going on vacation with his daughter.
Oh, shoot. This thing sucks these days.
Title. I'm like, wait, what? Entitled brides ruin their wedding day part 5? Oh, f***. Okay. Oh, I have some in my eye.
Oh no.
It's making me blind. I hate that. Ow! Okay, is it my turn? Great. I have something in my eye. I can't read.
Not the jazz band.
They don't care what color the jazz thing is. Whatever you play at weddings.
I mean, just lick it off your hands.
I need it off the floor.
Give me whatever snack biscuit left.
Literally.
I'll take care of that, don't worry. We're watching all of the Bridezillas and all of the things that can go wrong during a wedding. And there's a lot of things that can go wrong during a wedding because these things are just too hyped up. Like, weddings are kind of stupid. Does anybody else agree? I don't know. Anyways, like, you might as well get married in the rain at that point. Multi-million-dollar dress, jeez. Nah, can't catch me doing that. No way. I'm sorry. Take notes. There's gonna be a quiz on this later.
My hair's wet from my shower. What? All right, wedding guests. I got revenge on entitled brides. Let's go. But like, I don't know if because she smells, oh, Chris, what would you do? If your brother had a girlfriend who smelled like eggs, would you still let her come to the wedding? Right? Like, yeah, I don't know. Or your cousin Mike, I guess. So weird. Like, yeah, of course you don't want somebody smelly around, but like, what's going on? Maybe she has like a health issue or something that's making her smell like eggs. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but like, whatever. Cause she smells like eggs. That's so weird. Okay, us. That's how it starts. Oh, us the bridesmaids. Like just read slightly more than one word and you'll realize. Me just judging right off the bat. Also without like explaining that that's the expectation. Like, do you guys mind doing this while we, I don't know, off somewhere? Like, I don't know. Guys, remember when I never used to curse and now I curse every second word? Sorry, I'm just comfortable now. That's just an asshole. If this was an am I the asshole? Well, I guess not the bridesmaid, but the bride is the asshole for sure. Yeah, that's f***ed up. My closest cousin, the closest thing I have to a sibling, has officially, what the f***? Let me try this again.
No, hold on. With the sight of that I ain't been helping